What's up, y'all?
Come get this commentary.
The best on these streets. I'm about to start the club up. Let me see who's here. Okay, so we're just going to do a little test run to see how I got my Bluetooth in. I don't know how it's going to sound. Hopefully it sounds okay. But I want to get my thoughts really quickly because I'm going to do a reaction video with y'all live. I love talking to y'all live, doing a reaction video, getting the feedback in the comments. You guys are amazing. It's very respectful down in my chat. And I love that we can agree to disagree when we do and when we agree. So here's my thoughts on a couple of things that's happened. And forgive me for coming late with the conversation. As you guys know, I work and I am actually between two hospitals. So yeah, I've been busy. But anyway, the divorce. Goomba announced on Night and Day show that he would give them the exclusive about the divorce. And of course, Jaguar, I had to be served! Blah, 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 blah. First of all, he didn't say y'all was divorced that day. He started the paperwork. And what he's saying, which I didn't understand why she couldn't recognize it and why Night and Day didn't recognize it, is when the divorce is final and he has the paperwork, he will give them the exclusive that they are divorced. Divorces do not happen overnight. In fact, in Texas, it is 60 days before divorce is final when it's simple. Also in Texas, and you can Google Texas divorce laws, that you do not have to sign anything, and they will serve you. If they don't have an address for you to get served, because they're going to try, they'll put it in the paper and various things, the divorce will still happen. It's just delayed. It will still happen. You don't have to be served. They have to attempt to serve you, because now the person will win by default. So they're going to serve you. They're going to attempt to serve you. You will still get divorced. And if Goomba is not lying about that, you're going to be served at some point whenever the lawyers get around to do it, and then a divorce will happen in the due process. Moving forward from that, her eviction, the most shameful shit I've seen that someone wanted to put on the fucking internet. Why would you want to show us your eviction? Why would you want to play and say, well, they saved me $600 because they moved all my things out? No, honey, your things were thrown out. The bailiffs are the last people that you want to come and grab your shit. The last people, because they're not out there helping you pick through it. They're grabbing your shit and they're tossing it out, okay, as quickly as possible. Now, I'll speak to Michigan. I don't know how Texas evictions work, but in Michigan, when you fuck around and have the bailiffs have to come put you out, that is an extra fee. So you're going to be charged the past due rent, the eviction fees, and now you're going to be charged for having the bailiff come out and set your shit down. That wasn't no free pass like, oh, they moved my stuff, okay? Number two, your brother told you when you first went live not to go in to those people's office and cuss people out and act a fool. And that is exactly what you did. I like how she played her. Well, let us step outside and talk. And then turn right back around and locked her ass outside. Good job to that apartment building. Going forward, when she went back in the car, it was very telling that her brother did not say, you know what, I'll go ahead and pay for the rental, and then we'll get your things packed up so you can go on. Honey, he said, what you gonna do about this and that? He went on about his way and left you there. You would think if family fuck with you, trust you, and want to help you, he would have been like, well, I'll do the rental. Just give me the money back. Perhaps he know you may not have had the money and you don't pay people back. I'm just speculating, but I found it quite interesting that he didn't go ahead and let you keep the truck and move. And he said, you got to stop recording. Nope, I must record. I must make a scene and document things. There's nothing to document. In that video, you were seen fussing at your mom. Your mother, under no circumstances, should have been helping you look for shit. She should have been in that truck with the air on, or sitting someplace with some shade, maybe. Perhaps had you been friendlier with the neighbors, they may have let your mother sit in there. Sam, he's able-bodied, he's capable to get out there and dig through shit. You peeking, okay? I don't see it in the dumpster. Honey, that's not dumpster diving. Okay, you should have got in there and took a good look, but I don't know why they would have thrown anything in the dumpster yet, when they typically, they just put your things out on the curb. If you don't move them from the curb within said amount of time, then your shit goes into a dumpster. So looking in the dumpster, to me, I didn't get that, because it's like all your stuff is on the curb. They just set it out. You wouldn't have had anything in the dumpster. But again, I'm speaking on how Michigan evicts. I'm not sure Texas rules could be different. Number two, the audience is very petty that they called the police on your ass when you started cussing out your mama about the bag. Some people speculate that the bag that she bought was really the bag that you needed, and you lied and said that that wasn't your bag in order to get cash apps, which to me would mean you actually, you had your bag the whole time, you had your purse, but you just wanted sympathy and people to cash app you because you were in a bind. I can't confirm or deny that. I'm just going by what I've seen in the comments and different commentary. But how you spoke to your mother was, again, deplorable. Absolutely deplorable, okay? When the police showed up, hilarious, okay? I like how you tried to throw stuff at the wall to see if it stick. My husband doxed me. They let out my sex tape. They glossed right over that shit and kept it moving. You know, but that's unfortunate. They pay no attention. Getting doxed, unfortunately, having sex tapes leak, that's not the hype of, oh my God, the police are on the way. They're really not, okay? I'm going to file an FCC, that might not be the word, but the little internet cyber bullying thing. So many reports are made. They'll get to you when they get to you, if they feel it's the case. But again, because she insists on documenting everything she does, the slanderous shit she says, you can actually present yourself as crazy, like this bitch drove me crazy. She said, listen to what she said about my children, my son, and things of that nature, saying they're going to be assaulted by other people, okay, threatening that. I lost it. Yes, I posted her picture on Instagram, but I did cover up the actual penis itself, and I was hurt, I was angry, and I lost it. She could actually walk away from that charge and probably do some damn community service if it actually goes to court. No video has been put out. What's that show she was on? The two brothers, they said she did not send me anything. She keeps saying that she sent that out to YouTube content creators. No YouTube content creator, as of recording this morning, has stated they received a video from that girl. People went on her social media and screenshot that picture, and then it got out as she wanted it to, okay? Anyway, you threw that out. It didn't stick. The police officers paid you no mind about that. They did not care. The constable is going to be nice. I do not believe the constable said anything about Gerald's mother. It would make no sense for him to speak on that. Man, I don't know what number on. Another thing that people brought up was why Gerald and Lagena did not come help her move. I absolutely will say we will agree to disagree on that. I do not think they should have helped her move. I know I would not have helped her move if I was Lagena or Gerald. Let me tell you why. The equivalent of them helping her move, I do not care that they're still married legally, okay? Because in the eyes of Texas, they are married. She filed the paperwork. It's already been proven. We've seen the paperwork on file. And even if she did not file the paperwork, Texas law states if you claim to be married, present yourself as married, you share things, married bank accounts, you are married in common law in the eyes of Texas. So no matter what you want to say They are married in the eyes of the law in Texas. That doesn't matter to me about him coming to help. I did not look at him any differently, like, oh, why he didn't help. Here's why for both of them. The venom that Jaguar has spewed out about them, especially on Goomba, on Gerald, okay, the SA allegations and things of that nature, it would be the equivalent of her throwing knives at them, stabbing them up in places that don't kill, not the heart, but maybe their back, shoulder blade, you know, their thighs, they're bleeding out, right? And in that moment of bleeding out, Jaguar says, look what you made me do. Look, it's your fault. And Goomba and Lagena go and get a mop and bucket and say, you know what? We're so sorry. Let me clean up my blood off the floor, and I don't want you to step on it because it's my fault. If they had went out of their way to help her, okay, get herself moved, that's what it would look like in my eyes. You helped the woman and not stabbed them in the back for betrayal, but just her nastiness, her lies and things of that. Now, they all have told lies, but we see Jaguar's lies are kind of top tier. Very, very glad that they left her to her own devices, because number one, we know for a fact you don't get evicted. You get notices. Yes, there are people who got evicted that didn't get noticed, but 9 times out of 10, what was the reason they didn't get a notice? They had no proper address to be served. You move, you don't change your address at the Secretary of State, but a lot of these places that say they served you, you will see when they get in court, they have the return to sender paperwork that show I did try to serve, okay? Those are very rare cases that happen, but typically you know you're gonna be evicted, okay? She knows, even if she didn't know the day, let's go on a limb, you knew you had to move. You know you ain't paid months worth of rent. You know your mama, your son, and all those things are in there, and then her saying Gerald left some of his things. Here's my thought about the things that maybe Gerald left. If he got his personal belongings and left, right, perhaps he bought the bed. I'm just giving an example. If he bought the bed, if he bought the couch, maybe he bought the stove, right? Why would he take it so he can leave Jaguar on the floor, right? No stove to cook. Maybe the items he left, I'm making an assumption, were things that the house needed, and he said, fuck it, they can have all that shit, right? We bought it during the marriage. That's yours and mine. I'm not going to argue with you and take this big stuff when you can sleep. I don't care. He was ready to go. That's my opinion on the things he left. If he left his clothes or what have you, excuse me, you know, then maybe he just didn't want that shit. But nonetheless, I do want to do a review of the videos, especially her response to Lagena, which I want to do later, but I wanted to get on here and give my thoughts on what I've seen in between my breaks and what's happening. And I am glad that Lagena has went on and left, but Lagena is still a liar. Okay, Lagena is still supporting her own lies, even though she's exposing things about Jaguar. Jaguar went off on Lagena, but she still is in support of some of Lagena's lies. There's no need for her to keep talking about a DNA test, whether she want to take it or not. Just come out and say, we lied. We lied. We know that girl ain't related to Aaliyah. We lied, y'all. It is what it is. Fuck Lagena. I would have a teeny bit more respect for her if she did that, instead of, you don't want to take the DNA test. Why should she? You know she don't need to take it. What difference do it make if she took the DNA test with her? Bringing up the death of Genesis' baby's father, and it seemed as if she was trying to say they was in a relationship, alleging that she was blowing up the text messages while she was with her baby daddy. Just messy, y'all. Before I leave on the messy note, I thought about this one more thing. Her being upset about somebody recording her, okay, that was the hypocrisy at its finest. You're on YouTube. That's all we hear her say. You're on YouTube. I'm recording right now on YouTube. She run around up in people's faces, always with her camera on, recording people that she's cursing out in the most defamatory and disrespectful way. This woman rolled down on her, and she didn't even stop. She just rolled by with that infamous picture of all her shit, sat out on the street, and when she saw Jaguar chasing her, of course she was gonna cuss her out. Wasn't no problem to me. It is what it is. Jaguar cuss out everybody. I didn't understand her being so angry about that. Why? Why are you mad about that? You do it anyway. And then you posted her up like, I got your car. So what? So what? Was it right for her to go down there? I really didn't care. I'm not the fucking moral police of it. You want to be seen on social media. Well, you're being seen. You want your behavior. You want your actions. You want your words. You want your storytelling. You want it seen on social media. Well, guess what? We see it. So why are you upset that somebody rolled by and videotaped you in raw form and fashion and put it on social media? I didn't understand that. Child, the mess of it all. And I'm here to watch it. This is a circus. Welcome to the circus, baby. You the main act. You the main clown of it all. This is madness. It's messy, honey. Messy boobs. Messy. But that's my short thoughts on the things we've seen. Let me know down in the comments, what are your thoughts so far? And again, my apologies for not coming live and giving us a space on my channel to talk about the things we have seen, because I have enjoyed it. But this was just my thoughts, and I want your opinion. And again, we can agree to respectfully disagree. If you feel, nope, Kiva, I disagree, Lagena and Gerald should have helped, here's my thoughts. I appreciate that. I welcome differences of opinions over here, as long as they're respectful. We are not here, we're not yes men, right? And if you agree, that's good too. You know, it's no problem. So again, I'm Kiva of Come Get This Commentary, and Come Get This Commentary too. I do have 2 channels. And I will see you guys later. Bye.
Come get this commentary.